All right, Jeff. Excuse the get up and the dire atmosphere, but I'm severely hungover. I couldn't do this yesterday, so it's a rough Sunday. Severely hungover, severely injured, as you are. But anyways, welcome back to the channel. Apologies, all the news is late. I'm supposed to be covering this shit as soon as I can, and I clearly haven't been doing that, so I apologise dearly. But anyways, we've got a bit of news today about another player signing for us. I know, Preston North End signing how many players in like 2 weeks? It's crazy. Layton Stewart joins PNE from Liverpool in a permanent deal. The rumours about Layton Stewart only emerged a few hours before they announced the signing, which is pretty fucking wild. So again, it's one of those ones that we got linked with, and it basically happened straight away. So someone on the inside got some form of information. Preston North End are delighted to confirm the signing of striker Layton Stewart from Liverpool for an undisclosed fee yet again. The 20-year-old has signed on a 3-year deal at Deepdale and could make his debut in Saturday's pre-season friendly against Aberdeen. That he did. Layton has been with Liverpool since the age of 7, progressing through the ranks at Anfield and scoring consistently at each level of youth football. Layton said, "I'm delighted to be here. It's another step in my career, on my journey, so I think it's the right move for my development to try and get some first team football. I'm delighted it's a permanent because I can get settled in, start to find my feet, and I can't wait to meet the lads. I've scored at youth level, but I've got to take it into a first team environment now and try to do it for Preston in the games that I play in. I need to be with the lads to find my feet fast. It's a big opportunity, but it's a good one for me to develop, and obviously I need time, but hopefully I can do what I've done over the past few years." Layton penned his first professional deal with Liverpool in February 2020 and made his senior bow for the Reds in a Carabao Cup tie against Derby County in front of 52,000 fans at Anfield. The forward, who often played alongside PNE midfielder Ben Woodburn with Liverpool, has had a fantastic season in the Premier League 2 last season campaign, scoring 11 goals in 17 matches. Manager Ryan Law said, "Layton's a player I've monitored and known for many years at Liverpool, and I'm very glad we've got him on a permanent. It's important to have one of our own and tied down to a long-term contract so we can really develop him and hopefully turn him into a top player. What I will say is we'll take our time and build him up. He'll need to get used to Championship football, so I don't want to put too much pressure on him from the outset, but we're really excited to have him here. He's a fox in the box, and more importantly, he's a real goal scorer. He'll learn loads here, and we'll feel we can get him in the right areas to give him the chances we know he can put away." I feel like Layton Stewart's going to obviously we didn't see much of him against Aberdeen. Same with like Calvin Ramsey, we didn't see a lot of the lads there, but if I had to take my guess of what Layton Stewart's going to be like, he's going to take a couple of weeks, a couple of games to actually find his footing. And then as soon as he's settled in, he'll probably be flying. He'll be another Tom Cannon sort of situation, which I'll mention that name again in a moment. But yeah, in terms of other signings that we've been playing at Aberdeen game, Mad scored twice. He was fantastic in his passes and his positioning, and his shooting was exceptional. And then Duan Holmes caused a little bit of a ruckus in the middle, but didn't do it all too much. So the standout was quite easily Mads. He was absolutely phenomenal, sensational, especially compared to against Ipswich. He looked like he had no idea where he were. But with a midfield that was more commanding without Alan Brown and without Ryan Ledson, I'm not one to shit on players, especially our players. But without Ledson and Brown in that midfield, and even Whiteman, but Whiteman with McCann would be a better force to play, I think, or Holmes maybe. McCann, Holmes, and Whiteman, because in that midfield we had McCann as well as one of the youth players and somebody else that's just not coming to my head at the moment. But it was very commanding midfield against Aberdeen, and that's what I want to see more of because it was fantastic. Right, let's do its interview. He says, "I'm glad to be here." We've already read that. We've read this. We've read that. We've read that. Okay. So I scored at youth team. We're going to take us to first environment and do that at Preston. I like to run in behind and get in behind defenders. I like to be in the 6-yard box and score tap-ins, the nice and easy goals. I don't mind having my back to play and hold off defenders, bring people into play. I already know him saying that, and if he does do that, he's going to get shit for it because everyone's like, why are we signing a striker that can only do tap-ins? Well, listen, not every great striker has to hit the ball from 30 yards out and score a screamer in the top bins. You know what I'm saying? A goal's a goal at the end of the day. As long as we're scoring the goals and we're playing decent football, it's not relevant how the goal is scored. I want to try and come here and play a game, score goals at Championship level, and keep improving myself and getting better. I think I can do that with Ryan Law and the group of lads Preston have got. So he's got a lot of respect for us by the sounds of things, and of course, we're just we should change our badge. Instead of it saying Preston North End FC, we should say former Liverpool Players FC, established 2022. Or whenever we've been signing all the Scousers, I think we've got 21 or something, whenever Ryan Law came in charge. because now we've got Budweiser, Woodburn, Ramsey, Stewart, Ledson. Well, I don't know, Ledson went from Liverpool, were he? But you know what I'm trying to say. You don't sign unless you're Scouse. If you've got a semi-Scouse accent, you're guaranteed to sign. Same with young Philippe. I didn't expect him to have a Scouse accent. Ryan Lowell's turned him to the dark side. Oh, it's crazy. But anyways, before I sign off, I've got a little bit of news as well, which you can find all over Twitter, so I'm not going to bother pulling a page up. It was reported and confirmed that Tom Cannon was at Deepdale yesterday for the Aberdeen friendly. And did I see him myself? Yes, I did, because he was sat not too far away from us. He was sat on the Sir Tom Vinny with P. Riddy and his agents, and after the game, Cannon was staying with the players in one of the executive boxes. It's been reported by Alan Nixon that Cannon has come to watch the game and see old friends. Well, it might have been Alan Nixon or another person. Alan Nixon or whoever it was, some form of footballer insider that's usually reliable, said that he was only visiting old friends and watching the game because he had a hamstring or injury, I think, something like that, and chose to watch us instead of the Everton games, basically. Whereas I have a source that has reported to me personally. I don't know if it's been reported to anyone else, but it has been said by this person that Tom Cannon has been negotiating with the club a 4-year contract with a buyback clause, £3 million fee to be paid over the 4 years. And apparently, according to more sources since then, we are willing to pay the fee, but it's down to Everton to obviously accept XYZ. And apparently I've also heard it could depend on whether or not they bring in 2 more strikers. There's a lot of variables regarding Tom Cannon. I've heard loads and loads of different things about Tom Cannon in the last couple of hours. But regardless, he was at Deepdale. It could mean a potential return. It could mean what other people said, where he's just coming to watch. But we'll soon find out, and I'll report on it as soon as I know more. But thanks, Tom, for watching. Apologies if it's a bit lower quality and effort than usual, but the game's the game. And I will see you next time.